Hi, I'm Jill Christopher, and I have a few pet peeves, but one seems to occur more often than others, and it really bothers me. Why don't people pick up or clean up after themselves? This is a mystery to me. It can't be that it's too difficult or they're not capable, because it really is a pretty simple task. I've pondered and questioned this, and I believe there are people who either don't have a clue and they don't even know they've left a mess, or there are people who simply don't care and know that eventually someone will come along and clean up their clutter for them. We see this everywhere. We see it at home with our own family, our own children. We see it at school or our workplace with students and coworkers. And we see it in public places like restaurants and stores. Personally, I do see it with my own children. We've tried our best to raise our children to be clean and helpful. In fact, I know we've taught them that. And for the most part, they're pretty good at it. However, it never fails. They will leave their schoolwork, projects, crafts all over the kitchen table, or they'll leave 4 or 5 pair of shoes on the steps, passing them more than a dozen times before I remind them to put them away. I know they do enjoy being in a clean home. They appreciate all we do to keep it that way. So why can't they seem to clean up after themselves? I must admit that nagging definitely helps this matter. I will often warn them before I explode, and it's amazing how quickly they can and do pick up their junk then. Children at school are guilty of this pet peeve of mine. Students will leave scraps of paper, broken pencils, crayon wrappers, you name it, they will leave it on their desk, on their table, just waiting for someone else to pick it up, whether it be a teacher, another student, anyone. The lunchroom is ridiculous. When it's my duty at my job to be in the lunchroom, for example, for breakfast, I'm astonished at the mess that some children will leave. Some might leave a wrapper from a fork or spoon or a milk carton or juice carton, but others up and leave their entire tray and all of the garbage that goes along with it. They assume someone else will get it. Sometimes coworkers can be pretty bad about this too. Some feel they're too busy to stop and clean up their mess, or that cleaning is beneath them, not their job. Some may be a little self-centered and think only of themselves. There are days when I'm shocked at what grown adults will leave for someone else to clean up. People often expect others to clean up after them in public places like restaurants or stores. Many times in fast food restaurants, for example, I've watched as people go to throw their trash away, and I see napkins or wrappers fly off their tray. And they will literally look, see the mess they've made, and move on without picking it up. Just as if to say, somebody else will get that. Our society, unfortunately, can be a pretty selfish one. Many people have the it's all about me mentality, and they feel they don't have time to pick up after themselves, clean up their own mess. They think somebody else can get that or will come along after them and get what they left behind. We as parents, teachers, other adults need to continue to encourage young people to respect their property and maybe school, their home, other places they go, and clean up after themselves. Also, we need to think about others. What makes me any better than the person behind me or person coming along after me, that they should have to clean up my mess when I'm the one who made it to begin with? It's a simple thing that can be done to keep our places nicer and neater and keep from getting on my nerves, because this is a pet peeve of mine. People not cleaning up after themselves. Thanks.